This is Daily Flash with Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Broadcasting worldwide and streaming. Daily Flash. Today's talk, tomorrow's trends.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jackson.
Hey there. I'm Mitch English. So glad to have you here. We got today's talk, tomorrow's trends. This is Daily Flash.
Okay, so we like to talk about dating here on the show. And when it comes to dating trends, there's another dating trend that's happening right now. TikTok and Tinder are teaming up. Have you heard about
No,
this?
please.
Yes. So
Okay.
it's sort of this weird mesh of dating in 15 minutes of TikTok, 15 seconds of TikTok and Tinder. So it's an interesting transformation, and I think we're seeing this sort of devolve into streaming channels becoming bigger and enveloping other streaming channels, and networks kind of swallowing up other things. So it's almost like it's all consolidating. And Instagram actually is got a whole new television channel. I think it's going to be on the Samsung TVs. It'll be built in. So instead of Instagram Reels, you'll have longer form content brought to you on built into certain televisions.
Something I thought I'd never see, but in the latest Apple WWDC that they had, they've actually are working with Google, which was their, for this AI thing. So to go along with what you're saying is that you have all these competitors realizing, listen, we probably can do more together, and that sort of thing. The trend, if you're going back with the TikTok and Tinder, is it something that like you would make a TikTok video for your Tinder profile?
It's a Tinder television show packaged for the TikTok audience.
So they have a name for it? I got one.
I don't think so yet.
Tinder Talk.
Tinder Talk. Well, there you go.
TikTok Tinder.
Yeah, that's probably what it will be. Tinder Talk. But I just think it's fascinating when you look at a lot of this stuff. It's kind of sort of trying to find a new home and evolve in a different way. And obviously with dating apps and social media, that's been a huge push, and that's a big draw for a lot of folks. The other interesting thing when it comes to Gen Z and trends is that they don't mind paying for ad time. Like they will be the first to say, no problem, I'll take the cheaper version of Netflix. I don't mind the ads because I'm really not paying that much attention to them anyway.
You don't pay attention to them. As soon as they come on, you're on your phone. You pay attention to them. As soon as they come on,
I have the
phone.
Google TV, so it's my TV. You know what I'm saying? And for Prime especially, it's 6 minutes. Some of these blocks are 6 minutes, and I'm like, I want to watch this movie. So you've lost my interest. This is a movie I didn't really want to see in the first place. I just thought it was 6 minutes of commercials. I'm not doing
you're not
it.
watching it. Yeah.
But if you're on your phone, I guess it's a little bit different.
Yeah, if I'm on my phone, I as soon as I see a commercial,
you set it down, walk away.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
But sometimes they won't let you do that though. Like if you want to pause or go to a different thing, when you come back to it, it's still stuck on the commercial.
You can't fast forward.
I'll go to the restroom. That's it. I'm going to
so you just leave it and play, and then it
leave and
comes
come
back.
Yeah, because they tell you how many seconds.
That is true. The thing that I'm a little upset with Amazon Prime is like we paid for the Prime, but we still get commercials. I don't understand how that works.
Oh wow!
I don't get it.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we want to give you quality programming.
No, you don't.
You want to make more money. And not only that, the ads will like click here and they'll take you to Amazon to buy.
I don't want to buy your crap while I'm watching TV.
It's their products already. So like, how are you telling me you're making more money? I mean, you're selling somebody else's product within. Obviously, they're probably paying for it, but and with IP addresses, it's already, especially when it comes to Prime, because they know what you've already bought.
Right.
So you're going to have more tailored commercials to you. That's an advantage that maybe that over Netflix might have as far as ad goes.
Do you think it's kind of like a full circle thing? Because we went to streaming to get away from the ads, to watch what we want, and all of a sudden, gotcha. We're putting the ads back in. They're still making money. So they're making money off the ads. They're making money off of you paying for to not watch the ads. So they're making money hand over fist right now.
But it's the same sort of concept, like where when streaming shows first came out, House of Cards, perfect example, on Netflix, you could watch every single episode. That's when binge watching became a thing, right? Now it seems like the trend is we're only going to give you one episode a week. So we're back to that again. So which is good, which I like because it does give you something to look forward to.
Appointment television.
But at the same time, I like the binge watching.
Yes, I want to watch it on my time.
Especially if it's a show that I miss or a series that I had missed, and everybody's already watched, I can get caught up a lot easier, and it becomes a binging. I think it's not going to go away. But there used to be a concept of, well, you're getting it for free, so here's the ads. But we're not getting it Prime for free. We're not getting Netflix for free. But now we have to watch your commercials so you can make better movies. It's like, well, how about you make better movies and figure out it's just all about money.
Yeah, that's
what
it.
it comes down
They
to.
cancel all the good stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too, I noticed with Prime, we go back to Prime, for example, everything I want to watch on there has got the little gold lockbox on it.
And that's another thing.
And I'm like, I don't want to have to pay for that.
Prime is...
Yeah. Now everything used to be like, what can I watch? Now everything is like, oh, you can rent it or buy it.
Yeah.
What am I paying your service for?
It's for
just for access.
I don't think it's
Get in
going
the door.
away.
No, it's not. It's probably going to get worse. That is
worse
true.
before it does. All right, what do you think? Good, bad idea? You can go to our website, dailyflashshow.com, as well as answer our question of the day.
Yes, question of the day is, what memory would you keep forever? What
So
memory
many,
would you keep
man.
forever? It's a lot, right?
Yeah.
How many would you keep?
It's
forever?
hard.
You could to make 100% to make because first off you go, well, the birth of my child. Well, I got 4 of them, so I have 4 memories.
Yeah, don't get in trouble
So-
saying one.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's like such a big day.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
that big memory. It'd be really difficult to just narrow it down to just one. And if you think about that, it does offer the questions that maybe we should value every memory that we have and make more memories instead of buying things.
I don't know. I feel like when you're talking about memories, it's like living in the past, and I don't know if I particularly like that idea. There's certain things that I enjoy thinking or recalling, but I don't necessarily dwell on it.
You don't have one happy memory?
Well, I have lots of happy memories, yeah, but I don't know. I guess it's just an approach.
Maybe it's better to look at a bad memory that you don't want to forget, so you don't repeat it.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah,
you could think of it that way.
I
guess
got one.
If I had to, I got to host the Academy Awards from the red carpet, so I would say that first time I did that. I did it a few different times, but the first time was like a whole. I wouldn't want to lose that memory. Yeah.
Okay.
How about you, James?
You know what? I'm like Mitch. I have 3 children. They're all important to me. So, and other things that have happened in my life, there's so many memories. I don't have a specific one.
It's a tough question. Yeah, it's good.
No, I want to hear where
I think we
everybody
normally
else
think
is
about
at.
like your career, like what's one thing that, like you mentioned that sparked my I remember when I was at one part where I realized I am doing what I've always wanted to do,
Yeah.
and you realize, man, you worked really hard and you got to that point. I knew exactly where I was when that moment came.
I know people have to sign off on this. If they go to our website, dailyflashshow.com, you can click on the sign off button at the top and let me know so I can bring it to the show. You see how that rhymes?
I like
it.
that.
Students at San Diego State, my alma mater, full disclosure, San Diego State University erupt over a massive AI surveillance system that's being installed. They claim it will spy on them in dorms, classrooms, and more. The top party school has installed over 1,300 AI-powered cameras across campus, including dorms, classrooms, gyms, and dining halls, as part of a $1.3 million upgrade. Students are furious over what they claim is a lack of transparency when it comes to these cameras. The new system offers facial recognition and behavior analysis. However, school officials claim they're not using the tracking features. One student calls it a heinous violation of privacy, sparking debates on campus safety versus Big Brother surveillance. I got to tell you, you're on campus at a university, a state-run university, so if they decide to put in AI cameras, you are, at their mercy.
And is when you were there? Is this a campus that maybe security is like is an issue, or is it like, hey, we just want to try something?
I don't recall security being an issue at that point, but I think now I think it's a different climate now.
3 years ago when you were in college.
3 years ago when I was there, it wasn't a problem because I was seriously on sorority row with parties.
I can get that. I'm afraid of hacking. That's what I would be concerned about. But here's the thing: let's take it away from it being a university. If you're a company or a business and you want the absolute latest and what we know as the best, AI is more than likely going to be involved in it as well.
Yes.
Your Ring camera, if you remember the Super Bowl commercial, looking for your dogs, that's using AI technology as well. Right. Somebody does something on campus. They're looking for a certain person. Facial recognition. I It ain't going away, just
No.
like these commercials.
And one student they interviewed said, "I have nothing to hide, so I don't have a problem with
That's
it."
what I would
and,
think.
And I think that's
the right way to look at it.
Yeah.
I think this is all for protection, and we know what has happened on campuses across the country. And with this system, don't worry about it. Just go about your daily business, and you'll be good to go. I worry about the dorm things, because as a former football player, sneaking in to the girls' dorm and sneaking out, early mornings. I don't want to be.
The walk
I don't
of
get in
shame.
trouble by the coach.
the walk of shame.
I was reading really quickly. There's also technology. Everybody has their own gait walk, and even if they block your face or whatever, they can identify you by your walk. There's so much more. Only AI would be able to provide that. Hey, we're coming up. We got parenthood right around the corner, and we're going to be talking to Katherine Sellery about the summer screen time battles. It's a big deal.
What is the name of the coffee shop and friends? That is our brain flash question of the day. The answer coming up right after this.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. Before we went to break, we asked you our brain flash question. What is the name of the coffee shop in the TV show Friends? I think everybody knows it. Everybody yelled it out when we went to break, but it's Central Perk. Central Perk is your answer. There you go. Well, it's time for a little bit of parenthood now. As summer break jumps upon us, it also comes with one of the biggest battles many parents face, and we're talking about screen time. Joining us now is parenting expert Katherine Sellery. She has some advice on how parents can actually set boundaries that actually stick. Katherine, welcome back to the show. Love your insight on everything. Can we escape from more screen time during the summer?
I don't know if we can escape it, but I don't know if we want to. I think it's really about kids developing self-regulation and options.
Basically, when you say self-regulation, the options, but structure and routine of the school is actually gone. And really what you're looking for is kids are actually looking, what are they actually looking for during this summertime? I mean, and it's easy just to throw them on a screen, right?
So when school ends, and we're probably all at that point now, structure disappears. Kids lose that rhythm that regulated them. So when they're asking for screens, it's not because they're addicted, which is what I think parents might think often, but they're looking for something. It could be stimulation. It could be actually nervous system regulation. It could be connection. It could be some control when their world suddenly changes. We don't really know what the reason is. So if parents understand what's underneath the request, they can respond with curiosity instead of punishment. So what are you really needing right now? Are you bored? Do you need to move? Do you want to hang out? It shifts the conversation from controlling to understanding and connection.
Okay. So is this part of like just basically developing a collaborative agreement when it moves away from that control and the threats?
Exactly.
Okay.
So most parents approach screen time with rules and threats. But control creates resistance, retaliation, rebellion, we all know, and the sneaking behavior.
Yeah.
So what actually works is collaboration. So at the start of the summer, right now, ask your kids, what do you think is fair for screen time? So when the kids help create the boundaries, they feel respected and they're invested in following through because they own the agreement.
Yeah.
When kids help create the rules, the daily power struggles disappear because they've already bought into the solution.
Yeah, and I think especially as they go into those teenage years, they want to feel more independent. They want to feel that they're heard. I know you say this all the time, but
For sure.
But then you go, well, I don't know what to do. So what are some alternatives to the screens and those other devices that we can offer them if they say, oh, I don't want to do it?
Exactly. So the goal isn't to eliminate screens, but to give kids alternatives that they reach for when they're bored. So movement breaks like biking, outdoor play, creative projects like art, cooking, connection rituals like walks, games. Parents don't need to entertain, they just need to see the options. So when you say, hey, your brain needs a break from screens, what sounds like a good time? Do you want to take a walk? You want some art time, some building something time? They feel agency and follow through because they got to decide.
Okay, so now obviously they are smart kids by all means, and they're like, well, look, now there's more time at me at home. Is it okay for the parent to say, all right, I'm going to give you a little extra time because it's the summer, and
I think so.
Okay, so it's fine to do that.
I think so. I mean, it really is an opportunity for them to get something that they would never have time for. They might get to a different level depending on what the screen is, right? Sometimes they're using screens to build a game. Sometimes they're interacting, sometimes they're getting to the next level. It really also depends a lot on the child. So, or the young adult or whoever you're dealing with. And if there's really, some kids are becoming masters at some of these games and they need a little extra time to get to the next level.
Yeah, yes, 100%. And you want to see them be able to achieve that. And they don't understand
Succeed.
that we think, oh, they're just playing games, but they are trying to achieve something. So you look at it that way. How do you not make it an endorsement, however? You know what I'm saying? Where like we go, all right, go ahead. And I know you want to go do that. Because a kid could interpret that as like, well, mom and dad, they don't care if I'm not playing the games as long as I am. What's some, maybe even, what's some
You
way
can
we
make
could
it
set
really
up?
clear.
Okay.
You can make it really clear about, I think that screen time in and of itself is a neutral event and that it crosses over into becoming a problem if you're on it too long or there's no balance in your life. So I'm all for you being a master of this game. I love my own games. They may not be screen games. It might be chess or something else, but I know that a lot of my success and my joy comes from getting to mastery. Yeah. So I want that for you too. But I also want you to have balance.
I love that. Okay, so we're talking about the front end, obviously heading into summer, but there has to be some kind of detox. When should that happen? Should it be the first week before school stops? Should it be a taper? And should the kid know, hey, look, this is a summer deal, starting such and such date, we're going to start tapering off, or is that just kind of...
I think an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of, So yes, the more that you can talk to them in advance, the better.
Yeah.
And be saying things just like you said, Mitch. You know what? Summer's coming to an end. And so we got to recognize that we're going to be transitioning into a much heavier schedule, a lot more demand. I just want us to talk about what that's going to be like for you.
What is a parent?
And open it up.
When what are some signs that parents should kind of look out for that the kid's been on the computer too much? Now, I know I say, well, yeah, he's been in there for 2 hours, but is there any kind of behavioral changes that they might be looking out for?
I think the biggest thing is to understand if they're using the screen time as an alternative to actual real life relationships.
Okay, yeah.
So we don't want it to become a substitute for real friendships, real connection in the real world. And I know there's a lot of great connection that can go on in the land of video gaming, but there's also a lot of substitute patterns that happens there. And that's when we get into hot water. Right. So we want to be sure that our kids already have really good friends that they want to hang out with in person. And sometimes friendships often end up where these people get together and they do play games together. And that's actually, I think, okay.
Katherine, thank you so much. Now, if you want more information on Katherine and everything she has to offer, her great advice, just visit freeparentingbook.com. We'll have this linked on our website. Hey everybody, and welcome to the part of the show where we actually find those numbers inside the news. It's time for a little daily digits. Our first number, 200,000. Yeah, that's how much money actually some top bodyguards can actually make in 1 year as demand for personal protection just continues to surge on. Executives, celebrities, politicians, even tech leaders are hiring more security than ever as concerns about violence and personal safety grows. The job isn't about looking tough. It's mostly about planning escape routes, identifying threats, and getting clients out of trouble before that trouble starts. Listen, for 200 grand a year, I'd follow somebody around all day too. I mean, I've been doing it for free for kids with my kids, and I'm used to having an earpiece in my ear too the whole time, right? All right, here's your next number. 3. A woman who ate a sausage McMuffin with egg at a Times Square McDonald's 3 years ago is now suing the restaurant chain. Yeah, the Texas woman claims the sandwich she bought at a Manhattan location back in 2023 was contaminated with toxins, bacteria, and other harmful substances. And according to the lawsuit, she became violently ill shortly after eating it and has undergone multiple procedures and treatments. And she also says that health problems have lasted for years. She's seeking damages from McDonald's and the franchise operator. Now, listen, that is the first Broadway breakfast sandwich I've ever heard of with longer runs than the Lion King.
No, stop.
Finally, your final number today is 2. That is the number of M&M colors temporarily disappearing from the new version of the candy. Candy maker Mars is launching M&Ms made without artificial dyes this August, but blue and brown, they're not going to make the cut, at least for now. The company says creating those colors with natural ingredients has proven to be a much bigger challenge than expected. Mars hopes to bring all 6 classic colors back in natural form by 2028, but until then, fans may notice their handful of M&Ms might look a little less colorful. And you know, just somewhere out there right now is the blue M&M trying to start his OnlyFans page, trying to make things meet, where he can tell all of his friends, I just blew myself. All right, there we go.
Oh!
Where's Tobias Funke? There we go. All
Arrested Development,
There
a
we
little
go. Good stuff there.
homage to Arrested
There's your
Development.
daily digits.
All right, skinny lattes come with a side of curves at this new coffee shop out in Southern California. Tan Lines Coffee in Los Angeles features bikini baristas. While the vast majority of people are just looking for a caffeine fix and friendly chit-chat, the job does require some thick skin. The baristas say the weirdos are easy to spot, especially the ones trying to record them using their smart tech. Beyond the eye-catching uniforms, the shop has chairs, tables set up inside where customers can hang out, order pastries, and even chat with the staff. I'm sure that's what they're doing. The baristas also joke that they are Michelin star eligible for how perfectly they prep their giant cinnamon rolls.
They're giant cinnamon rolls. Okay.
Yes.
Bikini coffee shop's not a big deal. You watch Landman, right? Remember at the beginning in the morning, all the Landman that going out to the oil fields, they go by the bikini coffee
barista,
shop.
yeah.
Baristas
drive
there.
through, yeah.
I just think, it's hot coffee everywhere. You just got to be careful, right?
Yes.
Because there's a reason why you should probably wear an apron.
That's true. I think the bikini car wash works better in that situation than the bikini barista. Unless, of course, it's iced drinks, then that makes sense. But yeah, you're right.
Complete
The
sense.
hot coffee could be a little challenging.
There we go. Let's go down to Florida, where a Florida man threw himself onto his own car in a desperate bid to protect it from a sudden hailstorm. Hailstorms are bad. Video shows him on the roof of his vehicle during the wild hailstorm. The chaotic clip shows sprawled out on the car, bracing as chunks of ice falling down. Tony Takan from Whitesnake video couldn't do it any better. He says that fight or flight instinct kicked in and he went to fight mode to protect his own car with his own body. Hail does massive damage, man. I mean, it puts dents in your roof. I would be not worried about the windshield. I would be worried as where he's at least on the roof or the hood.
Yeah. I'd be worried
Not a
about
good idea.
his own safety.
Safety.
And I'm not sure, the kicking sort of makes it a little bit more comical. Like, are you really doing that to protect your car, or are you doing it for social media clicks?
So is this sunroof. Okay, but you have a bag. Why not just put the bag on top of it and get out of the hail?
Yeah, exactly. And don't you have insurance?
Insurance covers it. It's bad, though, depending on the size of the hail.
That is true. 6-figure salaries, private jet travel, Louis Vuitton, Cartier gifts. This is a glimpse inside the glamorous world of nannying for the 1%. They are caring for the kids and they are signing NDAs while enjoying luxury vacays and making 6 figures at the same time. It's the premise of a new reality show called $1 Million Nannies. Shows what it's really like to be a nanny to the rich and famous. Strict privacy agreements, extensive background checks, and being on call 24/7 is just part of the job. The show, which premiered on Hulu, features 8 nannies who moved to Ibiza, to launch a boutique childcare agency from scratch.
I wonder how much reality this actually is, because if I was a parent, I mean, if they're nannies, are they showing, they can't show the kids, right? I mean,
well, I guess they've branched off to start
out?
their own new,
Oh, I see. Okay.
Based on their experience. But you're right. Like, if you're signing NDAs, then I don't exactly know the extent of what celebrity you nannied for. Why do I care? Yeah.
All right, we have more Flash coming up around the corner. Stick around. Today's Talk, tomorrow's Trends.
This is Daily Flash with Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Broadcasting worldwide and streaming. Daily Flash. Today's talk, tomorrow's trends.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, today's trends, tomorrow's talk. Let's check in with James Alexander for our stations across the nation.
Yes, all beautiful 219 stations across the country and across the globe on American Forces Network. That's where you can find us. If you want to find out where we are in your neck of the woods, go to dailyflashshow.com and click on where to watch. Our local friends today come from the nation's capital.
Ooh.
WJAL-TV in Washington, D.C.
Ooh, nice.
You know, one of the things I had to learn about Washington, you know, I used to live in Baltimore, and I used to go down to Washington to party in the summers because that's where all the summer interns are from across the country. Got to get them before the senators do.
All right.
But anyway.
Turn those pages over.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. All right, so one of the things I thought was interesting in learning about Washington, D.C. is that in 1910, there are no they had a law, they put in a law that no skyscrapers are allowed. You can only build to a certain height. And I think, you know, that's kind of like forward thinking, because it's not,
right,
you know, with the White House being there, you don't have tall buildings, so you can see the entire sky.
Hence why the Pentagon, right, is
right.
as big as it is, because you can't go up.
Yeah.
I do know also they're shutting down Ronald Reagan around noon because of all the air traffic that's going to be going through on 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
So if you do have any travel plans going through there, you might want to check in for your 4th of July week. Because they got to close the airspace because they're going to be doing all kinds of flyovers and stuff to celebrate.
Yeah, 250 years, right?
250 years.
We're so young, 250.
If you think about that, right?
So young compared to China and Russia and oh my goodness,
And how far we've come.
Yeah.
We're in our, we've just got, we've
greatest country in the world.
Just begun. This is hilarious. I say hilarious unless it happened to you. So up in Canada, we go to a different country for this story here. Up in Canada, in Nova Scotia, a bunch of these hospitals, employees were getting emails, and they said, "Hey, look, you've been working really hard. Thank you so much for your dedication. We're offering a day off of work. We just need you to register for it so that we know, and make sure you put your ID in so that you can have tomorrow off. Thank you so much for all that you do, yada, yada, yada." Well, come to find out, it was a phishing expedition, but it was from their IT department. Okay, so all these people were thinking, these nurses and such, these people that put their jobs on are so dedicated. And they're like, wait a minute, this is kind of going over the line. But basically, it was just a test to show you, hey, look, cybersecurity is a big deal, and everybody who signed up for it, you did not follow protocol.
You failed.
Now, so there's two sides of coin to that. You think about how much, if a hacker got into, and it's happened before, hospitals, they have access to everything, including billing, as well as all your issues that you have, and they can sell it very simple. So it's something that they really wanted to show you. I guarantee if something like this ever happened again, nobody's going to do it. But they said, here, click this link and give us your name and your employee number so that we know that you're going to be off tomorrow, right? But to me, for like being a healthcare worker and such, and a healthcare provider, you'd be almost like, wait a minute, isn't there appointments and everything going on? And who's going to take my place? So keep that in mind. It's a big deal, and they've gotten so bad now, these hackers, that you think that you're going to a reputable the website. I can tell you right now, just this past weekend, I have a Robinhood account, and so it said that somebody had signed on in Paris, right? So I go, well, all right, and it said call this 800 number. Well, so after watching many, many YouTube videos, I go, it's probably better, instead of just calling that number, to go and look for the number itself.
Yes.
And come to find out, that's exactly what it was. So even if you get that email and you want to handle it right now, go to a different website, Google the company and their phone number. If it's it's going to save you a lot of headaches. And you know you're getting the right person.
Always, anytime you get an email from a financial institution or anyone asking you to verify blah, 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 you always go to that website first and call that number. Never call the number they send you.
And don't give you the link that they have. Give the link that you know, like I said, with Robinhood, I went to if they had a link, it might be basically
you go to your
masked.
Robinhood app and then you call them from that number.
We got Flash Travel coming up, and we got our must-watch movie right here on Daily Flash, right around the corner. Air, land, and sea. I'm Mitch English, and this is Flash Travel. Okay, if you've been holding off on booking a summer vacation because airfare prices look like they're trying to reach orbit, there may actually be some good news. After months of soaring ticket prices, airfares are actually starting to come down after new data showing August flights are cheaper than they were just a few weeks ago, especially for international travelers. The drop comes after oil prices have eased in recent weeks, and that's a big deal for airlines because jet fuel is one of their biggest expenses. When fuel costs go up, ticket prices usually follow. And now we're seeing some of that pressure starting to let up. Now, domestic tickets booked a few weeks in advance are running about 12% cheaper than they were about a month ago. International flights dropped for August and have dropped about 6% during that same time frame. Now, before you start packing for your around-the-world travel, there is a catch. Summer airfares are still higher than they were last year, and experts say it could take weeks or even months for lower fuel costs to fully show up in those ticket prices. So, what's the best strategy? It's flexibility. Travel experts say instead of picking just one destination, cast a wider net. Some of the destinations seeing the biggest price drops right now include Seoul, South Korea, Naples, Italy, Asheville, North Carolina, and Grand Rapids, Michigan. And if you want to get the best deals, just look at midweek flights. Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Saturdays continue to offer some of the lowest fares, while Sundays, they remain most of the most expensive days to fly. So if you've been dreaming about that getaway, well, there might be a good time for you to start shopping. For the first time in just months, airfare is actually headed in the right direction. And if international travel is in your summer plans, make sure you have identification available, as money resources, as they all are very important. Travel Tips by Lori, they got 2 good ideas you should do before you cross the pond. Check it out.
Before any international flight, you're going to do this. Number 1, take a picture of the inside cover of your passport, but also take a picture of the back inside cover of where the barcode is. Because if you're in another country and lose your passport, only those government issued people can read what's on the barcode, because that's your personal information. But what's even more important is there's more personal information in your credit card chip. So you separate them when you travel. And here's another travel tip. You're going to put that credit card in an RFID blocking sleeve and then toss that in your purse, or use an RFID blocking wallet. More travel tips by Laurie on YouTube and Instagram.
Man, thank you, Lori. That's great ideas. And finally, if you're wanting to see the whole world on a budget, Travel World has some great ideas for you. Hey, there's no need for me to read out the list. Enjoy the music and just see for yourself. Just a few ideas, loving that. Hey, we would just love to travel the world with you. Why not join us by commenting on our Facebook page? Just look for Flash Travel TV on Facebook and leave your comment. And an even faster way to do it is just go to flashtraveltv.com and it's going to take you directly there. And of course, anytime you travel, we love seeing those pictures. You can join us by sending in your pictures so we can share it with everybody. Where's the best place to go? And of course, kind of look back on your memories. And hopefully we can be able to have a little bit of envy because we want to go there as well. That's a little bit of Flash Travel, Air, Land, and Sea. I'm Mitch English. We got more coming up right after this. Don't look.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time. And if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English along with Andrea Jackson hanging out with you. Summer travel, it might look a little different for many families this year, with more turning to something closer to home and on the water. Here's what's driving the growing interest in boating as a summer staycation.
As families look for new ways to make the most of summer, many are choosing getaways closer to home that offer more flexibility and more time together. Boating has become a popular option to relax and unplug. With more, here's Carrie Wabel from Discover Boating.
People are looking for easy ways to make summer memories without all the stress that can come with planning a big trip. Boating offers a great option because it allows you to take a vacation every weekend and be with family, friends, and make the most of summer.
And getting on the water is easier and more accessible than you think. In addition to ownership, rentals, charters, and boat clubs mean there are flexible options for a quick afternoon outing or a weekend escape.
A lot of first-time boaters are surprised by how accessible it can be and how many options are out there. Whether you're looking to fish or do water sports or just relax and cruise with family and friends, there are so many ways to make boating part of your plans this summer.
To learn more, visit discoverboating.com.
Most of us spend decades saving for retirement, but new research shows that when it comes time to spend money, many retirees freeze up. Here's more.
New research from Corebridge Financial reveals a retirement paradox. While most Americans associate retirement with freedom and enjoyment, only 28% feel comfortable spending their savings to support that lifestyle. That hesitation can limit how fully someone experiences retirement. But our research shows there is a clear path forward. Those with a plan to draw down their savings feel more confident and positive about spending in retirement.
Start by visualizing what you want your retirement to look like and setting clear goals. Then build a plan on turning those savings into reliable income. One helpful step is aligning income sources to specific expenses. You could consider a guaranteed lifetime income product like an annuity to help cover the essentials, giving you more flexibility to enjoy the retirement that you worked so hard to build.
Visit corebridgefinancial.com/decumulation to learn more.
Hey, it's Gun Violence Awareness Month, and Johns Hopkins has some timely advice. Here's what you need to know.
Just one simple step can prevent gun deaths. During Gun Violence Awareness Month, researchers say safe firearm storage can make a life-saving difference. As gun suicide rates continue to rise across the country, Johns Hopkins Center for Gun Violence Solutions co-director Dr. Cassandra Crafasi says keeping firearms locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition can prevent tragedies.
Safe storage keeps guns out of the wrong hands. It's one of the most effective ways to prevent firearm injuries and deaths, reducing the risk of suicide and unintentional shootings.
Dr. Catherine Hoops, a pediatric critical care physician with Johns Hopkins, says simple steps at home can have a powerful impact.
Keeping firearms locked, unloaded, and stored securely can protect children and families. These practical steps save lives and prevent devastating accidents.
Learn more at everyguneverytime.org.
June is National Dairy Month, and today we're celebrating one of America's favorite dairy foods, cheese. Joining us now is dietitian Anessa Chumbly with some simple tips and recipes to try at home.
We are celebrating National Cheese Day with 3 easy recipes and tips, all featuring Lucerne cheeses, available exclusively at your local Safeway and Albertsons. Lucerne has been a trusted dairy brand for over 100 years, known for quality, affordable dairy, and using ingredients sourced from wholesome family farms. And they've added even more flavor to their lineup with new recipe-ready shredded cheeses and pepper-infused sliced cheeses. For cooking that much easier. First up, a crunch wrap copycat. Now here's my favorite cheese trick. Sprinkle Lucerne's recipe-ready shredded taco Monterey Jack cheese straight into the skillet first, then press in the tortilla. It creates a crispy golden cheese crust that takes the crunch to another level. And inside, layer beef and all the toppings, including Lucerne's ghost pepper sliced cheese. Ghost peppers have a slightly sweet, fruity, smoky flavor with a heat level that's off the charts. And for the first tip, let the cheese come to room temperature before adding it in order to get the perfect cheese pull. Now, our second recipe is a must-make for all your summer celebrations, cheesy roasted street corn dip made right on the grill. Mix onion, roasted corn, green chili, sour cream, and Lucerne's recipe-ready queso shredded cheese for maximum melt. And our second cheese tip, layer in the cheese while the dip is still super hot so the cheese melts evenly. And top with Lucerne's habanero sliced cheese. Habaneros are known for their intense, tangy, tropical flavor, and it gives a gorgeous, bubbly top layer for our dip. And for our third recipe, Hatch Chili breakfast sliders. This one is perfect for summer breakfast prep. Fluffy eggs made with Lucerne shredded nacho cheese sprinkled right in, topped with Canadian bacon and Lucerne's Hatch Chili sliced cheese, all brushed with the chipotle mayo right on toasted rolls. And our third tip, cover those sliders while baking so the cheese gets perfectly gooey for another ultimate cheese pull. And from a nutritionist point of view, cheese has the power to help you feel fuller and more satisfied, giving you energy for all of summer's best moments. If you're celebrating National Cheese Day with me, grab the trusted Lucerne cheeses. It's farm fresh dairy you'll love. You can find Lucerne only at Safeway and Albertsons, and you'll want it at the center of your table every day. Shop Lucerne's delicious dairy in-store, on the app, or online at Safeway.com or Albertsons.com.
Anessa, thank you. You can find these recipes by following Anessa on social at Anessa Chumbley, RD, and shop any of the Albertsons family of stores.
Many of us have access to plenty of nutrition advice, but getting guidance that applies to real life can be a challenge. Here's how AI is changing the way we approach personal nutrition.
We have access to so much nutrition information and advice out there in today's landscape. However, it's often generalized or designed for the average person. It's not taking into consideration what you eat, what your nutrient needs are, or what your goals are. MyFitnessPal's AI coach is different because for years we've been able to gather data on what we're eating, from our calories to macros to micronutrients. But the real challenge is turning that data into action. And that's where MyFitnessPal's AI coach becomes a real-time translator, serving to guide you based on your logged behavior, allowing you to take context and turn that into what to do next. So whether you're wondering what to order at a restaurant to hit your macro goals, MyFitnessPal's AI coach lives in a dedicated coach tab inside the app, ready to help you whenever you need. You can download MyFitnessPal from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and unlock tools like AI Coach with a Premium or Premium Plus subscription.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English along with Andrea Jackson.
A family of four suddenly sealed inside their home with no way out and must work together to survive. This is today's must-watch, The Last House.
Hey, no scooter in the
Mom,
house.
let's go.
Go wait in the car.
Don't rush me.
I'm not. I'm hiding from our children.
It won't open.
I think we're trapped in here. We're sealed in.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. But we are safe. We are in our home.
Oh my God.
It's not just us. The whole world. But most importantly, we have each other.
I saw someone outside today.
What is something out there? It's keeping us trapped.
What do we do?
We survive. This is going to end one day.
I think when we were in COVID, it felt like we couldn't leave a house.
Yeah, that's
right?
true. I don't know if I want to relive that.
I don't know either. All right, thank you for spending time with us today.
Yeah, for more information on any of today's stories, be sure to visit our website, dailyflashshow.com. Be good, everybody.
See you when we look at you. Bye-bye.